So, someone mentioned that I should talk a little bit about silvopasture on leased land, because it is really hard to cash flow land, to buy it yourself, and leasing is a fantastic option. But it's a little bit challenging with silvopasture because you should not be making long-term investments with your own money into land that you don't own, at least that unless you have really, really secure access to that land. Um, so if you want to develop silvopasture on leased land, it can actually work out really nicely if you can find what drives that landowner, and especially if you can get paid by the landowner to plant those trees. So, um, for landowners, like oftentimes what drives landowners or why people want to own land in the first place is hunting, or having access to wildlife, and having a place that they can get away to, and they're surrounded by nature. And so having a well-developed silvopasture can really fit into that. If the landowner that you work with likes to hunt, and you can develop persimmon grove over in that corner, and you can plant some white oaks over in that corner, and some crab apples and some plums, and they can hunt for deer or turkey, and they know where how to pattern them a little bit better because they're going to be dropping at that time. Like you can have some early dropping persimmons there. And then some persimmons are going to drop over archery season, and then over rifle season, and then that kind of thing. Like that gets really interesting for a landowner. And if you can get paid to do this, all the better, because it can be a nice side hustle, a seasonal work that you can do similar to what we do, our tree planting services. I was actually on a call earlier today with folks from Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech is they're overseeing a grant for tree planting in silvopasture, and it covers Tennessee, Virginia, and North Carolina. So if anyone is interested in that, it's called Assets. So ASSETS is the grant. I think there's information on about it online. If someone wants to look that up and see if there is information on that. Um, I was working with them to connect them to service providers, folks who can do the consulting and who can do the tree planting. So what that is, it's a grant that has, uh, you can get up to $1,500 per acre for that grant. And you have to plant at least 30 trees per acre. And so what that turns out is you can get about $50 per tree for that tree planting. I'm not sure what the caps are, of how big of a project you can do, but that money is there for folks who want to do it DIY. There's also folks out there who can likely work with you. Or if you want to do this for someone else, like I just had a call with someone who's in the western part of North Carolina, who said, "Look, I've got my farm, but I'm not making a whole lot of money farming, and I'm doing more and more of this consulting and tree planting, and I have leased land that I just acquired, and I'm going to work with the landowner there. I'm going to access this funding to do the project, and then I'm going to do the tree planting as well. So he's going to design this around the needs of the landowner. He's going to plant it, and he's also going to graze it. So it's kind of a perfect situation there, and he's able to make money on the farm that he's already at, and then he's going to be doing the maintenance at this farm that he's already running his livestock through. So it's kind of perfect in that case. And there's probably going to be other funding sources out there. There's this funding source that lasts for another 2 years or so, and then there will be more coming down the pike, I'm pretty sure.